Hi class, this is Sandy Brown Jensen, your instructor, ready to get started on weeks 4 and 5 in our Writing 121 class. Now that all the writing circles are done and it's my turn to be reading and giving you feedback. While I'm doing that, you can get started on your next assignment. You should be able to see this just fine. As usual, you have a weekly quiz, number 4, your college success activity, number 4. I have some reading for you. Chapters 5 and 6, which are in drafting and revising. 15 is strategies for argumentation and persuasion, and the one we're doing the paper on is taking a position. But you will find information in the previous chapters that are very useful. So the timing on this is you'll be working on your position paper this weekend and during the week, and next weekend also. So you'll have it posted to your writing circle by Sunday, October 21st. At midnight. I won't be extending any more deadlines. Last week was all I could really afford, but it looked like it got everybody rounded up. So the length is, as your compare contrast, is 7 to 10 paragraphs. Paragraphs are usually 5 to 7 sentences. When you post your draft to your writing circle, you have to post your best effort draft to your writing circle. A couple people were just giving me outlines or notes, and that's just not fair. It doesn't allow people to really practice their editing skills at that level. For your position paper, well, you know where the pages are. I'll skip that. But I want you to choose a topic that's in the current voters pamphlet for the Oregon general election. I just got that in the mail, and I imagine that you did too. There's also a ballot for the county that you live in, like Lane County. We're not using the U.S. presidential election. We're focusing on, I want you to have more choices than that. So we're focusing on the voters pamphlet for Oregon, for Lane County. You'll find the documents widely available to the general public. If you have any problem finding anything, do not thrash around for 6 or 8 hours. Go directly to the Lane CC librarian, and I gave you the link, and you'll end up right there. And they have Ask a Librarian. During the week, they have online chat. You can email them at any time, and you can call also during the hours they have posted here. I've hoped that you've been to this page before, but you can do all kinds of looking for magazine articles here, and down here, services for students. For those of you who are doing citations already, EasyBib is there, and that's free for you. And over here is an information literacy toolkit with all kinds of neat handouts and tutorials for you to look at. Let me jump back to our page. The example that I give is you could research measures 82 and 83. Those are interesting because they affect the future of legalized gaming in Oregon. You probably have all seen the big ads for a mega project called The Grange that are on television everywhere right now. You can dig past that propaganda to find out more about the impact measures 82 and 83 would have in Oregon, because those two are driven by the Grange project. And I gave you a link, and you'll end up there. There's the Grange, and they've got a video. They're putting a lot of money out to get their project to go. What do you think about that? There's lots of other interesting issues. But whatever you choose, it's important to me that you begin with an attention-getting introduction. Show the reader why you have a stake in this issue. You can tell a story about yourself. Maybe you were raised on the Indian reservation. You have a history of casinos, or maybe your family likes to go to the Indian casinos, you know, to see concerts or to do a little light gambling. You might have all kinds of stories that would indicate why you have a positive or negative stake in the issue. So it can be about you, your neighborhood. You know, you're trying to engage the reader in your story, in your essay. The word position paper just sounds like, or logical position paper, sounds so cold and stiff. And we're just not interested in cold and stiff. We're interested in people actually wanting to read our stuff. So you need to do 3 things. Make sure that you engage the reader on an emotional level, which is called pathos. Remember that because of the word pathetic is an emotion, but I don't mean pathetic. Any emotion is called pathos. logical level, logos. You've done your research, you presented it, and you've had the personal credibility to be listened to. So if you're a mother and you're concerned about a son who had a gambling addiction, that's personal credibility. You have a story that we can believe. Lots of other examples. You need to get inside the issue, do the research, and of course, don't believe everything you read pro and con in the voter's pamphlet. Those are just starting points. Let's see. So I want to remind you to do all your brainstorming, research, and assorted drafts on one Google Doc. Don't be doing it on Word and transferring it over. I want you to learn to use Google Docs and to fall in love with how easy it really is. Just remember, you got to go over to that share button over there and make sure that it's clicked. Anyone, that privacy thing, anyone with a link. Remember, you save that. I have 3 Gmail accounts. I add them all in so I can get them from anywhere. But these would be your writing circle people. Done. And of course, you're going to make sure that them going back, they can edit. You're the owner, and anyone who has a link can view it. So, just a reminder. There's a link up there too you can grab. So, anyway, saying that don't worry, I'm sure you'll make the essay you want me to read obvious to me on your Google Doc. Sometimes these Google Docs are 20 pages long because people have done notes and gathered research and all kinds of stuff. I don't have a problem with that. You know, I got a scroll bar, it works great. So, just put the one you want me to read, make it obvious, and that'll be great. You know, it's because I can go over here to File, and I can click on See Revision History, and I've just started this at 2:30, but this is a saved version. It doesn't look exactly like the one I was just showing you. But I could go back and I could grab that and I could use that for my revision. But the main thing that Sandy can see is that all the times that you worked on it will be stacked up right here. And that's very revealing to me about the kind of you know, a time and effort that you're actually putting in on your paper. So, I just wanted to show you how that worked. Of course, now I can't get back. Haha. No, I just click right there. I click right there, I'm back in. I don't have a lot more to say. You're probably glad to know. I just wanted to go down to the bottom and review what's coming up the next week, week 5. Your usual quiz activity. And that week, so not next week, you're writing your essay the weekend following. You'll read and comment on the papers in your writing circle. This activity will close on Friday, October 19th. Is that right? Let's see. I'm not sure I got that exactly right. Today's the 11th. You're going to turn them in by the 21st. I think that's going to be the 26th. So I think that's the way it is. If I rethink it, just look at it when you get it. And it looks like I'll be reading those on the 28th, I'm thinking. Okay. I'll probably be changing up the writing circles. You might find new people in your circle. You may have been moved to a higher functioning group. Some people have dropped. Anyway, I'm going to reorganize all that. Any questions, as usual, please just message me, phone me, email me. I'm available to talk to you. I hope you enjoyed this way of learning more about our current elections.